this story is not over. The same jury that convicted Jodi will now have to decide if she should live or die. Can you imagine that wait? But if Jodi had a say in the matter, she says, according to an interview that she just did last night, that she would rather die than to stay in the prison. Now, that's what she said in this interview that she gave right after the verdict. You know what, though? Defense attorney Ashleigh Merchant has been kind enough to join us here in the studio. And I want to point out that Ashleigh is death penalty qualified attorney. I did not know that there was different levels of being an attorney. So being death penalty qualified means what?
It means that you have to have tried a certain level of case. You have to have tried capital cases before, a certain number of murder cases, and you also have to take seminars that are specific to the death penalty so that you understand the issues specific to that.
Okay, and so this person who has her life in her hands has to decide too what they're going to do. If Jodi Arias is your client, would you put this woman up on the stand? Do you have to?
You need to, but the problem is if they're going to appeal and she gets up there, she could hurt her chances on appeal, depending on what she says. If she says something different now than she testified to a trial, that could hurt her chances on appeal. So it's a really sticky issue as to whether or not you put your client up in mitigation.
Don't you always appeal a death penalty case, basically?
Yes, you do.
You want to try to save this person if you're their attorney?
Yes. As their attorney, you always want to appeal, but if Jodi wants to abandon appeals, that happens a lot. That's actually pretty common with death penalty cases, where the defendant says, I want to abandon appeals, I just want to get killed, essentially. And so it's kind of like they're committing suicide almost, but they're using the state to do it.
Now, that is what she claims wants to happen, is that she doesn't want to live forever in prison now.
Right.
And some of our viewers have asked, can't she just right now say, fine, and save us the time, save us the money?
She can, actually. In Arizona, both parties can agree, and if the state and the defense agree to a death sentence, then the judge can impose it. They don't have to actually find aggravating circumstances. We don't have to go through this weighing phase, the sentencing phase. They can actually agree. The issue, though, as an attorney, you would want to have her evaluated to do that. You would want a competency evaluation. So they may very well come into court today and say they need time to have her evaluated if that's what she wants to do.
Got ya. Nice to talk to you. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
So her name is Ashleigh Merchant, and she's a criminal defense attorney. So some really good insights here about what would you do if you are representing this woman. What do you do now? Because the jury said guilty.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks.